Miracle Boy Boxing, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, the one and only Hosting Cruz, bringing you another exciting edition of boxing. Don't forget to hit and to like, subscribe to my channel. It's always greatly appreciated. Stay tuned. Miracle Boy Boxing, I am your host, Hosting Cruz, and ladies and gentlemen, Anthony Joshua has just flattened Francis Ngannou in 2 rounds. Easy work. Easy work. I mean, the best performance that I've seen Joshua delivered since stopping Vladimir Klitschko years ago. I mean, the performance stopping Otto Wallin was impressive, but I haven't seen Joshua this impressive since the Klitschko fight. Like, he made it look so easy, so relaxed, not tight, pawing his jab out, taking his time, and when he let those hands go, you saw the damage. He dropped Francis Ngannou 3 times. The 2 previous times, the first time was the right hand to the temple. Down goes Ngannou. Ngannou took his time to get up. He was able to finish the round. Second round comes. Another one right to the side of the head again from a straight right, and then he got up, and Joshua just took his time and started and landed a 1-2. Pawed the jab out, blinded Francis with a jab and the straight right to the chin. Down goes Francis Ngannou. Timber, knees getting bent on the way down. That's brutal. On the way down, flat out, referee just waved it off, and I was like, okay, that's it. While I was watching the fight, that's it. Because that was nasty. That was a vicious KO. Joshua really drilled that right hand in there, and he did his damage. Francis could not get up. He was out for like a whole minute and change. Ended up using an asthma pump, like a mask to to help with his breathing. He was out. He was like a Manny Pacquiao, flat out. And yeah, Joshua, man, he did his thing, man. He went in there, did what he had to do. It was also a dangerous fight because of how Francis looked against Fury, dropping Fury and everything, and majority of people said that Francis won that fight, but did not give it to him, unfortunately. And but styles make fights, and Joshua is one of the top heavyweights in the world right now, maybe one of the best, if not the best. And even though there was a slight improvement in Francis' game, it was not enough. It was to the point that Joshua did this KO with minimum effort. There was no point in the fight where Joshua needed to be desperate, needed to let his hands go in a barrage of punches and bunches way. No. There was no need for that. Joshua was relaxed. He saw the openings and he took advantage of them. He was able to capitalize on Francis's mistakes and pulled the trigger. After the fight, I said to myself, I'm happy for Joshua. Joshua, coming off the Otto Wallin stoppage, he needed that performance. And this fight right here against Francis, he needed this performance. Because if he had lost for Francis, it would have not looked good. Because he's the true boxer, not Francis. This is AJ's world. Olympic gold medalist, former world champion, all that stuff. This is his world. And he did the right thing by not allowing Francis to come in there and beat him up in his world. Francis is no slouch. He can punch. He's a strong dude, but it just shows what happens when you bring MMA into a boxing ring. An MMA fighter. Yes, you can sharpen them up and stuff like that with their boxing. But look what happened. Look what happened. This was the easiest fight in Joshua's career. It was labeled to be one of the toughest in his career, and it was the easiest. A sensational performance with a sensational KO. Now Joshua has his sights set on Fury. That's the best fight right now in heavyweight, in my opinion. Besides Fury Usyk coming up next month in April, this is the fight to make. Fury versus Joshua. This will sell out Wembley Stadium easy in the UK. In any stadium, these two guys will sell it. So Anthony Joshua, second round KO of Francis Ngannou. The battle, not KO. I think the fight card was called Knockout Chaos. And it was chaos when Francis went down flat on his back. Everyone jumped in the ring and the crowd went nuts, and stood up right away, like, oh, yeah. Knockout Chaos, and Joshua lived up to the name of the card. He delivered a knockout filled with chaos. I hope Francis is all right. I mean, before coming in here in the Miracle Boy Boxing Studio, I saw Francis was already upstanding talking to Joshua, so that's a good sign. But he was out for a while, to the point that they put a breathing mask on. Like one of those masks where, like, if you have an asthma pump, like an asthma machine, and you got to put that mask on, one of those masks. So he had that on, and I guess he eventually took it off, and he was standing with Joshua and talking. So that's a good sign, very good sign. Joshua could go party in the club. Don't need to go hospital. No, he was untouched tonight. He only got touched with one good punch, and that was like in the first round, and he took it well. But that was that. Joshua could fight tomorrow. Sensational performance. Anthony Joshua with a sensational performance, a sensational knockout, and he still remains a top dog in the heavyweight division. He's been a top dog and for some time, and he remains a top dog. And I'm happy for Joshua, man. He needed this for his career. His career was iffy prior to the Otto Wallin fight. He was gun shy. He couldn't pull the trigger. Now he's pulling the trigger. The trigger has returned, and AJ's back. The one that stopped Klitschko, and the Joshua before the first Andy Ruiz fight is back. The Joshua is willing to mix it up, let his hands go. You want to fight fire with fire? Let's do it. What I like about this performance with Joshua is that he did not rush anything. Like I said, he was patient. The most patient that I've ever seen, the most relaxed I've ever seen in a fight. Amazing. Anthony Joshua KOs Francis Ngannou, ladies and gentlemen, in brutal fashion. Knockout of the year, in a performance of the year type performance of the year type of performance. Miracle Boy Boxing, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, and crew. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, guys. It's always a pleasure to talk to you guys about boxing right here. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.